What's going on, world? Coming at you guys again. We got another quick video. Financial success. Let's talk about it. So, if you guys had the opportunity to look at some of my videos and my profile, it showcases the intent of transitioning individuals from all walks of life that consider themselves to be descendants of God. People who believe in God, people that recognize the pathway that God has designed for them, right? And it is my intent to help build the bridges for individuals whom align themselves within the same spectrum of norms and mores and culture and religion for a more holistic and homeopathic society. So, with that being said, today we're going to talk about financial wealth and prosperity. Now, to give you guys a little bit of background on myself, I'm a former U.S. Army soldier, so I'm a veteran. I had a medical separation, unfortunately, and it stopped my career. And since that time, I've been trying to figure out different ways to continue to pursue and push forward and progress. And, I went to school, got a degree, and then at the same time, while I was studying uh, to become a physician or a physician assistant, because I have full ride scholarships to a lot of different programs based off of my capability in college, that I also was studying uh, the stock market. And for the past 10 years, I've been studying the stock market, specifically the SPY. Now, before me, my father was a Canadian citizen who became a naturalized American citizen, um, and he was an investor as well as practitioner of trading on the New York Stock Exchange, specifically the S&P 500, and that was for around 20 years. And he used to work for a company called Multibank, which is, I believe, in Michigan. So, you know, for the past, I'm going to say, 30 years of knowledge and practice between my father and I, um, we have developed a pathway and program for individuals to transition what I've said before is $100 to $10 million in about 90 days, right? Which is about 3 months. Now, the average trading cycle is about 20 days, which is a month, right? There's about 20 trading days in a month. So, in around 90 days or 3 months' time, you can transition $100 to $10 million. And then every trade after that, it's about $2 million, which is about $1.2 million profit, following the program in which I have come up with. Unfortunately, my father passed away during COVID, and I've had to pursue this of my own accord since that time. And it's been quite tumultuous. It's been a lot of studying, a lot of note taking. Very difficult, especially for someone like me, because again, I had a medical separation from the U.S. Army, and based off of some of the issues in which I incurred while serving during Operation Iraqi Freedom, during Operation Enduring Freedom for Iraq and Afghanistan, it has made the process very, very long, right? Um, but that's neither here nor there. Again, we have to continue to push forward. We cannot dwell on the past. We can only recognize the present and plan for the future. So with that being said, if you guys are interested, let me know, because I am going to start to facilitate a program for individuals such as yourselves whom are interested in pursuing a pathway financially for success and the capacity to grow your own individual income, to include possibly your children, because there is a thing called a custodial account in which you can open up for your children, and you can transition again $100 to $10 million in a matter of 3 months, right? For your children as well. And that can be utilized through them because technically it's like a trust that's designed specifically for them. And that money can be used solely for them for clothes, for tuition, for schools, for private schools, for computers, for cars, things of expensive nature that is specifically designed for them. And then when they turn 18 years of age, they'll assume control of the account and all of the value within it. And that's a great parting way to send them off to college or to whatever endeavor in which they want to pursue when they become an adult. So, if you guys are interested, I can, have a conversation with you about transitioning $100 to, like I said, up to $10 million in about 3 months. I can't show you how I do it because that would be like going to McDonald's and asking what the secret recipe is, going to Popeyes and asking what their secret recipe is. Just know that it's possible, right? And if I figured it out, you can figure it out. At this point, for the SPY, I have a comprehensive knowledge as to every single movement of the SPY on the market. So, this changes the narrative for what people believe when it comes to being an American citizen, as well as achieving financial success, prosperity, and the American dream, because it is still possible here in America. And, with Donald Trump still being the president and us still pushing forward and facilitating economical growth and conservation of the country, we'll have the continued opportunity and prospect to transition and to rebuild the middle class, one American citizen at a time. If you're interested, like, share, subscribe, and follow. And again, I'll go live and I'll show you a trade in real time, or I can give you a free tip about a trade in real time. And whatever you do with it is up to you. But at the end of the day, it's time for Americans to unite. It's time to configure a way to bring all Americans together. Because at the end of the day, it's America versus everybody. Nowhere is more diverse than America. So we have to keep it strong.